Hey guys, this is Dave, aka Finance Guy, and I'm bringing you another 72 bucks. Um, well, this is not a rate, but this is EverQuest, a local install of EQ emulator. I have 72 level 50 characters, wearing a bunch of plain of hate, plain of fear, and Agfin and Vox gear, some other stuff in there, but a lot of people are still pretty naked, actually, not wearing a lot of gear. And today we're going to talk about how to get your defensive skills up because when you level fast, you generally don't get hit very often, especially with 72 characters mauling the crap out of everything. And what happens is uh, your tanks don't tank effectively, and then anyone who gets aggro, while aggro is bouncing around on tougher fights, they die pretty fast because they just don't have the armor class. They don't have the defense. They don't have the parry. They don't have the dodge or whatever skills they're going to have. So what I have done now is you can see everyone's red because I'm in the arena, and we are getting everyone's defense skills up. I'm doing 2 characters at a time, and I'm using the pets of 2 of my beastlords and 2 of my mages, and I picked them arbitrarily. You could use the necro pets. You could use. I probably wouldn't use the enchanter pets. I don't think, or the shaman pet. I don't think they're very effective. You want a pet that's strong to do this. And you can see I have right now. I have who do I have in the corner here? Jackie and Norm. And I don't know why Jackie's name is blue. I'm not really sure. But what I'm doing is I'm getting their defensive skills up. You can kind of see in the chat window, the other chat window right here. Every so often you're going to see a skill point gain. And you can actually control how fast your skills go up when you're running the emulator. You can pick like the minimum chance of gaining a skill and the maximum chance of gaining a skill. I think by default it's like 10% and 25%, but you could throw it all the way up to like 100% if you want to, and your skills will level super fast. I don't remember where that rule is. It's just in the server rules. Just look. I think you can search on like min skill or max skill or just skill in general. You'll find it in there. But I just wanted to show you this because, as you can see, as the defense, at least as defense and dodge goes up, it looks like dodge is maxed out on Jackie. Her armor class is actually going to raise, and it's at 756. And I think it was at like 600 when I started with her. So Jackie being a Shadow Knight, sometimes tanking when we have multiple ads or just maybe a death touching boss that's killing the tanks little by little. Um, yeah, it's your AC just went from 756 to 759. If I was looking at that correctly, now it's at 761, 762, and it's just going to keep going up. And we want to keep doing this until they are maxed. So it looks like Norm is maxed out. So what I'm going to do is tell the pets to stop attacking. And I'm doing is the BCT command, box chat tell. You could also just tab to the character and set the pet on the person you're training. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I don't know why I do it this way. It's just the way I just like being on the character being attacked. And it's probably just from back in the day doing stuff like this. So you can actually see Lulabelle's pretty terrible. Her defense only 88 out of 230. Dodge is only 121 out of 205. And Parry's 111 out of 180 because I guess she doesn't tank very much. So I'm gonna put her next to Jackie, and the mage pets are on Jackie. So we're gonna do BCT Nancy / Targ Lulabelle. And again, we could have just switched to Nancy and just done this manually, but I'm just showing you one way to I'm just showing you a box chat command. We're gonna do BCT cat / Targ Lulabelle. And then we're gonna back up and we're gonna do pet attack and pet attack. And then we gotta make sure we're facing the pets. Make sure we're facing the pets. Oh, did I do that wrong? I used the wrong people. That was supposed to be the beastlord I was supposed to use. The mage pets were actually engaged. So real quick, let's go back to who's training Jackie. Is she maxed out? She's not. So I'm going to BCT Bria, Targ Jackie, and then we're gonna do BCT Randy, Targ Jackie, and then we're just gonna have them attack her. That way she finishes training because I made a mistake there. And yeah, and this is pretty much what you're gonna do. And it's slow, it really is. Unless you speed up the skills. On my 54 box cruise, I actually doubled the skill gain rate. And on this one I haven't. And I did that just add a little bit of difficulty. I don't know if this is how fast live is. I don't know if it's how it was back in the day. I'm not really sure how Project EverQuest and the people who make the emulator picked the skills rate. But this to do all 72 characters probably takes 5 or 6 hours. I think I estimated. I'm not going to do it in one sitting. I might even just kind of do it while I'm sitting here working from home on the days that I work from home, just because I don't really need to watch it. I have enough healers that I don't think anyone's going to run out of mana. What you can do periodically is just type /mana /only the pipe character and then healers, and you can kind of see where everyone is on that. So we actually are getting a little low in mana. It's because my bards aren't playing a mana regen song, and I also don't have clarity up. So I can type /BC space toggle space buffs space on. Toggle buffs on. Everyone's going to start buffing again. So we should get our clarities back on. And I don't know why the bards aren't. Oh, you know why the bards aren't using their song? They're not using their song because they will cycle their dots and they will hit one of my characters because we are in a PvP zone. So I had to turn off their clarity song. That was why I did that. So we're just gonna buff up. It's important that we don't accidentally put a damage shield on the characters that are tanking the pets, or the pets will eventually die. So you got to keep an eye out for that. So if you do have a buff routine that puts damage shields on certain characters, especially like your tanks, just make sure to after the buff routine is finished, you can type /BC space toggle space buffs space off. That'll turn off all the buffs, and you can just click off the damage shield. You can also just temporarily comment it out of your macro file, and you just won't cast it for a bit. Not much else to this video. I guess you could also attack the pets if you have a way of healing the pets, and you can raise your offensive skills. But generally speaking, your offensive skills are going to be maxed out relatively, I don't know, several hours of just kind of grinding and like playing of fear, playing of hate, or whatever. If you're playing at a level 60 zone, whatever level 60 zone and you're in, or higher level, because bosses eventually have so many hit points, or trash mobs are just so plentiful that you're constantly swinging at them. And yeah, and you'll max out naturally. But the defensive skills don't max out naturally as fast, just because there's 72 characters, or even if you have like 24. Even with 24 characters, you might not max out super fast. So again, you can see Louisville's AC was probably I think it was in the high 400s when we started, and it's up into the high 500s, and probably get up to like mid to high 700s, maybe even low 800s, because she does have a shield, and she does have some pretty decent gear. She's using resist gear. She has some Valorium. She's got her silver yardle. Yeah, she still got some bandit on Valorium. So I'm not sure where her AC will end up, but it'll be much better than where it is now, and she'll be able to finally tank, because a lot of my tanks weren't able to tank, and I was doing certain bosses, and if Dave died, it was a mess because my tanks couldn't tank. Anyway, that's all I got for you for this video. It's a relatively short video. I've rambled on enough. If you like what you see, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have any ideas for videos, I am currently in Classic, and I'm going to be doing Classic until I gear up significantly, and I do got to take out Plane of Sky. I'm stuck on B Island. Queen Bazit is kicking my butt, and I'm hoping that leveling up my defensive skills will help me kill her. So if you have any ideas what you want to see, please feel free to post them in the comments, and I will talk to you soon.